to today's ASMR video. We're going to be doing a Q&A. It's been a while since I've done one, and it was suggested by one of my lovely Patreon members. So we have a few questions here today. I put a little poll up a couple of days ago, and these are the questions that I've been asked. If my tummy is a little bit noisy today, I've just had a little bit of homemade jam on toast. My son and I, we went blackberry picking yesterday, and we made some jam with that for the first time ever, some jelly jam. It was really easy, and to be honest, I didn't actually follow a recipe. I mean, I followed the process, but I just put in whatever amounts I thought was correct. We just used blackberries, lemon to use as pectin, and sugar, and it was so tasty. It's set beautifully, and I'm really proud of it, and my son loved it. So yeah, I've just had a slice of that, and so my tummy is a little bit gurgly, so I'll edit out where I can, but I think it's going to be a gurgly one. Anyway, enough of my chit chat. Let's answer some questions. So I have them on my old phone. It's looking a little worse for wear. This is my old phone. So the first question is, how many languages do you speak? So I speak Spanish. I can speak Spanish like confidently. I have learnt French, Japanese and German in school and university, but I wouldn't say I speak them confidently at all. I can read them a lot better than I can speak them, but yeah, fluently I would just say Spanish. I can also read Portuguese because it is so similar to Spanish in terms of reading, but the spoken Portuguese is completely different to Spanish. So yeah, that's the languages that I speak. What is my favourite food? I think I had a couple of these questions, although they were worded a little differently. So my favourite food, I am a real foodie. I love food if it's at like a really nice restaurant. I'm not the best cook, unfortunately. I can cook, but yeah, I'm not some amazing cook. So, oh my gosh, I love so many types of food. I would say anything with strong flavours. I love spicy foods. I really love a curry. Like the hotter the better. And my husband's the same, and my son is the same. Luckily, we all really love super spicy foods. So anything, yeah, with strong flavours. But I love a steak. Sorry if you're vegan. I really do enjoy vegan food as well. I pretty much eat anything, and to be fair, I don't eat meat very often at all. I would say 80% to 90% of my diet is either vegetarian or vegan, just because I like that kind of food. But I would say kind of my least favourite, I guess, is probably Thai. I do like Thai, but it would never be my go-to. If we were going to a restaurant or a takeaway, I want something super filling and So if it's going to be an absolute treat, I want it to be dirty. Do you know what I mean? I want the calories, I want the starch, I want the carbs, I want the sauces and I just want the richness. And Thai just, it's like really healthy and I do like it, but it would be the lowest down option, I think. I hope that answered the question. I just like food in general. I couldn't pick a favourite, although I couldn't live without potatoes. I could not live without potatoes. I love potatoes in all its form, all its beauty. Yeah, so maybe potato. Okay, so next question is, what is your favourite trigger? Oh no, trigger word. Favourite trigger word. I really like either clip it, clip it, clip it, clip it, clip it back, or a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. I really like that sounds. So clip it, clip it, clip it, or a little bit, a little bit. Okay. How do you prepare to make a video? Okay, so it depends. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't tend to do a lot of role plays because role plays take a lot of prepping, and I genuinely, I just don't have the time to do it properly, to do it justice. I do like to ad lib, and when I ad lib, it comes across more natural. If it's scripted, I'm not an actor, and it really shows. I'm quite wooden, so I don't like that. I find it rare to find someone who, when they're doing their role play, that they come across natural. So yeah, it's quite wooden to do that. If it's like a trigger word video, like an English one, I just kind of think of words that I like the sound of, unless people have given me suggestions, so I'll just write a list, easy peasy. If it's a language trigger words video, I will basically go on to an online dictionary. I find words that I like the sound of, and then I will go on the hunt to research correct pronunciation. So that will take a long time, especially things like Urdu and Bengali, because there's not a lot of online resources for that. It can take me a long time because I want to get the pronunciation correct, and sometimes you get different versions of a pronunciation, and then I will write it down phonetically so that I remember how to say it. If it's I don't know, like I tend to do a lot of ad-libbing really. It's rare that I will prep very much for a video. Just because I don't have the time. So usually it's just, I'm just winging it. Just winging that bad boy. Okay, who inspired you to start ASMR? So when I started ASMR, like doing it myself, I'd kind of wanted to do a video probably for about 2 years prior to that, but I didn't have like any equipment, and I didn't really want to spend the money. I was hunting to see if anyone had a mic, but I didn't actually know much about mics at the time, etc. But anyway, so at that time, so that was a couple of years before I actually started. So in that time, there were very few ASMR artists around really. So the ones I were watching at that time were ASMR Alyssa, ASMR Karuna, Satori, Rafi, Taffy, and I've forgotten her name. Oh my gosh, it's like a girl's name. ASMR. Basically, okay, I don't want to get into any controversial stuff on here. I try to avoid any of the drama. But something has changed in her world, and she has gone from someone who I shared political and just worldly outlook ideals with. I was very much she was almost like a soulmate. Her humour and the way she did things, she was like my favourite. Why can't I remember her name? I will pop it up after this in editing because it will come to me, and you probably know who I'm talking about anyway. And then she did a complete 180 and she has become very religious. Nothing wrong with that, but her views have completely changed and do not align with my views, and that's life. We're all gonna have different views on things, but I feel to have a complete 180, I feel something may have happened in her life, and maybe she's dealing with something, I don't know. But she's lost a lot of followers, I'd say. She's probably gathered a lot of new followers, but I can't remember her name. She's American, curly hair, very beautiful, very funny. Did a lot of historical, comedic ASMR. It's in my view a little bit of a shame because I absolutely adored her. I want to say it begins with an A. I can't remember her name, but anyway, I'm going on. They were my go-to ASMR artists. Oh, and Peace and Serenity and Batala. So yeah, I did watch Gentle Whispering and Whispers Red and GB, but I preferred the other guys. Yeah. What trigger do you not enjoy doing? I don't really like doing role plays. It's not really a trigger, I guess, in itself. I don't know what I don't enjoy doing. You can see I've not prepared this. I kind of wanted it to be like thinking on my feet, really. I don't really. Oh, I would never do again. This is just for me. I don't have a view on anyone else doing it. I don't really like ear licking, that sort of thing. Not that I've ever tried it, but I wouldn't want to. I guess also, it's not that I don't enjoy doing it, but mic sounds. I don't know how the artists make their mic sounds because they sound really good, but when I make mic sounds, it's really loud, really rough, really grating, not nice at all. So I don't really do mic sounds ever, which is a shame. I need to maybe practice that a little bit more. How long does it take to edit your videos? It just depends, really. It could take like 20 minutes, 30 minutes if there's been no noises that I need to edit out. Sometimes it can take days if it's one with noises that have been overlaid. So for example, I did a broken ASMR or cursed ASMR, something like that, and whenever I did a trigger it would come out as a different sound to what was being portrayed, and that took so long because my laptop is very old, so I had to kind of add a little bit, then export it, and then add a little bit more because if I'd have just edited all of it with all this extra stuff that I was putting on there, my laptop would not have been able to handle the export situation. That has happened before. I had to send it to another ASMR artist who, like, amazing. There's so many lovely creators in this community. He, bless him, did it for me and was able to export it on his much better computer than I could, because I thought I'd lost all that work because it just would not export. It was just too much. But sometimes it could be like 20 minutes. My problem is aeroplanes, trains, stomach gurgles. Also, we have a cat who, like, she might sometimes want to try and get in the room that I'm in, and so she's crying outside or next door banging because I record in the day. So it's usually to try and edit out noises. So if it's like every 5 seconds, they can take a long time. Okay, moving on. I need glasses. You can see I'm moving this phone further away. Okay, have there been any YouTubers you've met, and if not, who would you like to meet and collab with? Well, I have collabed before. I've collabed with ASMR Alyssa. She has been such a support, especially in my early days. She brought in a lot of subscribers for me. She's so lovely, honestly. So I would really love to meet her, but she is in Canada, I believe. So you never know. One day if I go to Canada or she's in the UK. She is pregnant, so congratulations to Alyssa if she's watching. She's gonna be like the best mum. She's so cute. She's just gonna be like the most fun mum ever. I'd also really like to meet Tony Triggers. He has also supported me a lot. We've done quite a few collabs on his channel. Like quite a lot of creators. He gets us all together and does a collab every now and then. But and I met him through Alyssa. So I'd love to meet him, but again he's in the US, so not looking likely. And there's a lot of British creators that I used to chat a lot to them on Twitter, but I'm not really, X. But I because I work now, this was when I wasn't working, because I work now I'm rarely on X, I just don't have the time. But they are lovely and they do meetups, so one day I'm hoping to be able to go on one of those meetups. It's just difficult because I don't think any of them have children, to my knowledge, whereas it's a bit more difficult for me to just head off up to Scotland or wherever they're meeting. So if they're down where I am, then it might be more doable for me. But yeah, I can't just nip off. But I mean, there's so many. Oh my gosh, I'd just love to meet so many of them. It'd be so much fun. Did you like going on TikTok Live? So I did my first TikTok Live last week, and then I did a second one last week a couple of days later. I really loved it. I really loved it. It was so much fun. TikTok has such a different vibe to YouTube, and I actually think it suits me more. I think the shorts suit my style of ASMR more. I have crazier ideas because they only have to last for like a minute and a half. Like, I can just think on the spot and do something a little bit odd and it seems to work. I obviously get way more views on TikTok, but the pay is like hardly anything. But the lives were just, it's so nice. It's like the adrenaline is pumping and it's just really nice to interact with everyone and say thank you properly to people who comment all the time and like say really lovely things. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm actually going to go live again today after I've recorded a few videos. So yeah, I'm hoping to do it at least once or twice a week from now on. Yeah, it was really good fun. Okay, are any of your family members ASMR watchers? Not really. I mean, my son will watch it usually if he's not feeling too well. Yeah, he'll put it on his phone in bed and it helps him to get to sleep. But my husband does not get it at all. He calls it my clicky clacky videos. So if I'm watching ASMR, just for some chill in the background while I'm doing things, yeah, he says, "Oh, you've got your clicky clacky videos on." My mum, bless her, has subscribed to the channel, but she doesn't understand at all what's going on. So no, not really. Everyone's very supportive. My uncle in the US, who is like 70 odd, he watches my videos. So hi Uncle D, hi Uncle Derek, if you're watching. I'm not sure how much he likes them or whether he just does it to support me, I don't know. But yeah, he's in America. But no, I don't really even have that many friends who are into it. Or they've only got into it through me. Yeah. What are some of your favourite recently made shows or movies? I don't really watch, like, I'm assuming you mean like Netflix shows, things like that. I guess my thing is like Bridgerton. I like Bridgerton a lot, so I've watched some of the recent Bridgerton episodes and I've watched all of the previous series, but I don't really watch shows. I mean, when I do, it's usually crime. I love anything to do with crime, like a thriller, or like same as my books. When I read, it's usually like a murder mystery or a crime thing. But I'm actually more of a reality TV girl. I'm very basic, and I wouldn't have it any other way. My husband watches a lot of Netflix shows, but yeah, I guess I'd quite like to watch Baby Reindeer, although I mean, it sounds like it's going to be horrific, so do I really want to watch that? I don't know. Yeah, because in the evenings I am working, I don't really have downtime. When I do have downtime to watch programs, it's usually when I'm cleaning. I always have something on in the background while I'm, cleaning, washing up. And that's the time I get to watch things, really. So I can't really answer that. I can't give you any recommendations. Or where have you travelled to and where would you like to go? So, I've been in quite a lot of places. I've done everywhere in the UK. I've been to Scotland, Ireland. I haven't been to Wales. I've been to Spain, France, Italy, Austria, Switzerland, Germany, Japan, the US, Australia, Hong Kong. Where else have I been? That might be it. Did I say Japan? I think I did. I haven't done Canada, I haven't done New Zealand. I would... Oh, Denmark I've done as well. I would love to go back to Japan. There was not enough time to see everything I wanted to do. I really want to take my son to the Super Mario theme park there. That's like a bucket list. I want to do that if I can before he's too old to, find the magic in it. But obviously that would be super expensive, so I don't know. But that's where, if I had the money, that's where we'd be going. I'd also really like to do the sleeper train. Is it in Canada? I think it goes through the Rockies. Is that in Canada? It's definitely Canada that they have the train. I'm not sure if it's the Rockies, but you go on the train and then you sleep on the train, and that really appeals to me. So I'd really like to do that. But I guess I'd like to go back to the US again. There was lots of places I'd love to visit. I don't know. I've been to a lot of places. I like to be warm, but then I also really like snowy places if I have the right clothing. So maybe Norway. Norway would be cute. I don't know. Places like, I've been to South Africa as well, mainly for a wedding. Oh, and also Turkey. I went to Turkey, I went to South Africa. It's all coming out now. I've been to a lot of places, but these were mainly pre-child. But I like safaris don't excite me or anything. And like the Caribbean I don't really have a pull towards there. I guess I like city breaks more, really. What is the best cuisine in the world? So this was the one that was similar to the food one. What is the best cuisine in the world in your opinion? That's a hard one, because depending on the day it's like something different. I mean, I do really like Indian. I love Indian food, but I really like, like American diner style food, and I love a good English roast. Pizza. Pasta's not one of my favourite things. I eat it a lot, but it's not necessarily one of my favourite things. I don't know. Maybe Indian. I'd probably go with Indian. Okay, moving on. There are so many questions. Thank you so much for the questions. Okay, next one is, what kind of electives did you do in school, if any? I'm thinking that electives are the same as options in the UK. Do we call them options? Or electives like university? When you say school, do you mean university, college, school? I'm going to go with options, which in the UK is what we choose at around the age, I think, of 13. I think it is 13, 14, to decide what GCSEs you're going to take, and then like what A-levels. I went to school in Spain. I went to an international school in Spain, and we didn't get given options. We do in the UK, and even though it was a British international school, we just got told what we were doing. So I didn't get to choose my GCSEs. So I did like geography and history, whereas normally you would choose one or the other. I did French and Spanish. Again, you'd normally only do one or the other. I obviously did English language, English literature, maths. I did art, which I would have chosen anyway, because I had initially wanted to be an art teacher. And what else did I do? Physics, the dreaded physics. And then for A-level, I decided to do art, psychology, Spanish, and English for A-levels. And then at university, I went on to choose Spanish and Japanese. So yeah, they were my choices. I didn't really do anything outside of that unless I was forced to do. I just did the minimum a lot of the time just to get myself through. Okay. Do you have any collections, like stamps? No. I don't like clutter. I don't like having things. I guess it used to probably be books. I used to have so many books on the bookshelf, but I think it was after watching Marie Kondo, and then a year or so ago I really got into decluttering videos, and I decluttered a lot of my things, and yeah, it was brilliant, and I don't regret it at all. There's a little bit of a tug to not let things go, but not because I will use them, but that sort of sentimentality. But no, I just don't see, personally, I don't see the point in collections. If it makes you happy, and if you have those collections on display, then that's great. Like, if you've got them hidden away somewhere, I don't really understand it. Yeah, I don't do collections. Would you rather vacation on a tropical island or a snowy mountain lodge? Both. I like both those ideas. I guess I like to be cozy, so I'm going to choose a snowy mountain lodge, as long as there's lots of food supplies. Yeah, I need food supplies and probably internet connection, lots of books, and maybe some jigsaw puzzles. Okay, what pets have you owned? So, I've had goldfish when I was little. Then I had a cat called Blue, but when I split up with my boyfriend at the time, he got Blue. And then it wasn't until I was 30, it was my 30th birthday, my former partner, he bought me a rabbit because I just wanted a rabbit so much. And I called him Batfink, which used to be a cartoon. It was like a bat, a superhero bat, called Batfink. So we called him Batfink because he had like he was a lop, mini lop. And he lived till 9.5. But when he was like 4, and when I was pregnant with my son, we introduced another rabbit, a lady rabbit, Pixie, so that he had someone there when the baby arose, so he wasn't kind of left alone, even though he's an indoor. They were both indoor rabbits. Obviously my son was going to take up a lot of my attention, so we got Pixie Poo. So she's still alive and going well. She's 10 now. She's a sassy little thing. And then in October, it was my son's birthday, and he has wanted a cat for years and years and years. He's wanted a cat, and he's brilliant with the rabbit. So we finally, on his birthday, well, I bought him a cat tower to unwrap, and then so he knew that we were going to get a cat, but obviously I wanted him to choose the cat. So we went to a rescue, and we kind of looked on their website. You can look at the photographs and you can see what kind of temperament they have, if they want to be with, or if they can live with children, etc. And yeah, he chose Scarlet. We went to see her, and yeah, she loved him, he loved her, and so we got Scarlet in October. So we've almost had her a year. She was 1 at the time. So yeah, she's so cute, and unfortunately her and Pixie do not get on. Like, Scarlet wants to be Pixie's friend. Pixie is having none of it. She like rhino charges at the cat. She's like a third of the size of the cat, but she bullies her as she tries to eat her kibble. You don't eat meat, you're a rabbit. Okay, stop eating the cat's food. But very cute. But now my son is talking about a dog, and that is a no-no. We do not have the time and energy to put into a dog. We love dogs, but not happening. How are you managing juggling all the channels and work and being a mum? Good question, Josie. Thank you so much for your support, by the way, Josie. Honestly, like, you're amazing. How am I managing juggling it? Okay. So, if you didn't know, which you probably don't, because I did a ramble on my Patreon channel, I currently have 4 YouTube channels, my TikTok and Patreon. I'm also hoping to start a YouTube Shorts channel, which would just be all my TikToks, just put on there, like I don't have to record anything new, and a 6th channel, not ASMR related. I have recorded for that, but I haven't actually started the channel yet. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, I sneezed. And I also have a new channel up, which isn't ASMR related. It's budgeting, and I have a total of 1 subscriber. Thank you, Josie. It's getting a very small amount of views. Obviously it's not my forte, it's not my area, but it's kind of for me as well. It's to keep me accountable, really, I guess, and it's fun to do. So I have that, and how do I juggle it? So technically I only work 3 days a week at the school that I work at, although when it's exam season, I work like 4 to 5 days a week, and then on a normal month I will do 2 days of extra hours. So I use those days, the Monday and the Thursday, to record as many videos as I can. I'll try to do at least 3 main videos and then maybe 5 to 10 TikToks. If I can squeeze a 4th video in, I will. And then I just try and get ahead of myself as much as I can. Evenings when I get home from work are just dedicated to editing, and weekends also dedicated to editing and any life to do things. My son, on a school night, we have bedtime. It's our kind of mum and son time. So I'll spend between an hour and an hour and a half putting him to bed at night. And that's when we read together, we might have any chats, be silly together, watch a couple of like silly TikToks or silly YouTube videos, and just have cuddles, and it's like our little time together. And then on like school holidays, because I work in a school, I can have that time with him, and we do every other day. So one day it's completely his day and I'm with him for that whole day. We'll do whatever he wants to do, and then the following day is a mummy day, and he just kind of occupies himself. I'm obviously there and make him lunch and things like that, and we have a little bit of time, but he knows to let mummy get on with whatever I need to get on with, and knowing that the next day is going to be his day again, so it kind of helps him a little bit. I do feel guilty sometimes, but I'm doing it to try and give him a better life. Like, I want to give him everything, and unfortunately this is life, isn't it? Things cost too much money, and we just can't be stay-at-home parents. Like, not really, unless you're very lucky and your partner earns a lot. I mean, my husband earns quite a bit, but I'm relying on him to pay for a lot of bills and things because I just don't earn enough. So yeah, it's a juggle. Sometimes I don't get things right. Sometimes I'm chasing my tail a little bit. Sometimes I'm really stressed out. I don't know, I just keep going really and hope that there'll be a little break in it, and I don't know, just got to keep going like everyone, every parent. We're all doing it, aren't we? And how are you actually doing? This is like a therapy. So mostly I'm really good and I'm upbeat. Everyone has their off days. I am quite a big stress head, so small things can really affect me. I can I don't know, like panic about things. I react to things really quickly, and then after a little bit of time I realise it's okay, it's not that bad, it's fine. But I panic a lot. I'm doing okay. I really don't want to go back to my job at the school in September. I'm obviously going to end up going back, but I was hoping to try out some other things and see if I could earn enough to not have to go back, but I don't think those things are going to work out, sadly. So it's fine, I've got lots of ideas, and I'm going to be starting an Etsy shop. I've already, just for digital products to begin with, I've already created one digital product. This is for budgeting stuff. So if you're into budgeting, like savings challenges, things like that, it's going to be that kind of shop. So I've created one thing. I'm just in the middle of setting up the shop on Etsy. I've done most of it. I just need to kind of do the banners and things, and then that's getting set up. So I'm hoping that might bring in a little bit of money. You never know. But I'm okay. I'm holding up, and I have a house over my head, we have food, we have love, we have clothing, we have laughs and cuddles, and you know, and that's the main thing. That is the main thing. I've got a lovely family that supports me and lovely friends, and you know, it's good. I've got my health. As far as I'm aware, I'm okay, although I know you're going to tell me off. Like, I've had it checked out before, but I have this lump in my armpit, and I think it's like ingrown hairs. It's been there for years and years and years. I've been to the doctors repeatedly, and every time they tell me it's not like cancer, but it's quite painful, and usually around the time of the month it gets bigger and more sore. So I don't know if I need it operating on. I don't know. You can really feel the lump though. But yeah, I think I'm fine. I think my health is absolutely fine. Okay. This is a really long one, I'm so sorry. Okay. And Josie also asks, is there anything else us subscribers can do to support you and the channel that we aren't already doing? This is my favourite channel, and I really want to see you and the channel do really well. Thank you. Me too. Me too. What you guys can do. I mean, I feel like you're doing everything you can already. Like, so many of you comment all the time on my videos. You like them. You're there when it's, you know, you've watched it as soon as I've put it up. I don't really know what more you can do. I feel like it's a me issue. I feel like I'm the one that's not doing something quite right. I think it's thumbnails or titles, or maybe it's the time of day that I'm putting videos up. Maybe it's just because there's only one a week. I don't know what more you guys can do. Like, you're amazing, and I think it's just views. I just need to get more views. I don't know. I just don't know. Obviously you guys know I've got Patreon. I have like a coffee account where you can just donate like £1 for a coffee. I have a throne wish list, but that's for like props and things, but I haven't updated that in so long. I do have my mukbang channel. Now you could help with that, even if you don't like mukbang. I've just reached over 1k on that channel, but I need around a further 700 watch hours to monetize on that channel. So if you would like to help on Bixie Eats ASMR, the link is in the description of all my videos, and just have it on in the background. You can mute it if you hate eating sounds. There are rambles as well, but I know not everyone likes eating sounds. But if you could help out, that would be brilliant. It's called Bixie Eats ASMR, and just pick a few videos and just like have them on. Try and get me up to 4,000 watch hours so that I can hopefully monetize. Okay, the last. My body is making some very strange noises. This is the last question. The last question for today, which is, who is your favourite, or who are your favourite ASMR artists? I mean, I go through phases. I definitely go through phases, and it depends what I am wanting the ASMR for. At the moment, I'm watching a lot of Reiki ASMR, so I think his name is Cosmic Whispering. It's either Cosmic Whispering or Cosmic Whispers. If you like Reiki ASMR, please check him out. He's like a small channel, but he is so genuine and so pure. Like, you can just tell he's pure and genuine and lovely, and I love watching him. He's so gentle. So please check Cosmic Whispers, Cosmic Whispering, I think it's Cosmic Whispers, out. And Sarah Louise Tilsley, I love, and I think he's called Peace and Beyond. I think it's called Peace and Beyond. Is it Peace and Beyond? I'll put the links in my description box. Again, it's Reiki. He's called Michael. I think he's Australian. He's either New Zealand or Australian. Sorry guys, I can't tell the difference sometimes unless it's very obvious between the accents. So yeah, they are my absolute go-tos at the moment. There is another lady, and I've forgotten the name of her channel. She also does Reiki. She has like blue hair. It's kind of like shaved here and then a little bit curly, but short down this side. She's very cool. I like her Reiki stuff as well. But yeah, I'm watching a lot of ASMR to get me to sleep at the moment, so they're the ones I watch. I love Corinna's stuff. She's always super tingly to me, as is Raffy Taffy. And Alyssa and Tony Triggers. If you haven't checked out Tony Triggers, he does like fast, aggressive ASMR. But I love his stuff. He's very creative, and yeah, he's very cool, and I like him a lot. Tend to watch him more on TikTok than YouTube, but he's on both. Yeah, he's great. But I think you're probably bored to tears now. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for submitting all those questions. I hope I answered them to your liking in depth. If you want to help out and yeah, with the channel, just comments, likes. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you want to subscribe to my Pixie Triggered channel, that is just for trigger words, and it is compilations of past videos. I'm on 90 subscribers so far over there, so any help on that channel would be amazing. If you're interested in my budgeting channel, then just send me a message and I'll let you know the link to that page. I'm just trying to keep it separate a little bit for now, because it's very vulnerable and it reveals a lot about my financial situation, and that's quite a vulnerable place to be, I think. So yeah, maybe in the future, we'll see. But yeah, and if you want to help with my mukbang channel, help get the hours up, I'd be really appreciative. I don't know if we're at 7k subscribers, we're very close, but by this time the video goes out, I'm not sure if we'll have reached it or not. Yeah, I don't know, maybe we won't have quite reached it,